Chad Hudson. This is our quarterback here at Hough, and he'd like to say a few words.
Hello, everybody. Devin Chandler. I played with him my freshman year. He's a senior here. And I don't know if everybody knows this, but freshman year, starting quarterback went down, and Devin was one of the first guys to come up to me and say, like, "Hey, man, you got this. I believe in you. Let's go out and rock out and have some fun." And he's a good kid. Yeah, I mean, he always put a smile on everybody's face, always danced in the locker room. Yeah, I mean, great guy. Made everybody feel like family. Yeah, thank you.
Can you spell your name for us?
T-A-D, Hudson, H-U-D-S-O-N.
Thanks. Do you mind if I ask just, what are you feeling right now? It looks like you're full.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's fully set in yet. It's just kind of crazy. I haven't had anybody that close to me die yet, but I mean, he was a brother, and we fought hard on the same team together, and you know, it's tough. It's tough. But he's in a better place now, so God's got him.
And you're a senior here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Football team?
Yes, ma'am. I'm a quarterback.
Okay.
Yeah.
A word. Thank you. All right, this is Coach.
Hi, how's everybody doing? Thanks for coming. It's obviously a somber day for us here, and you know, I'm hopefully speaking on behalf of the Hough football program and myself as well. Devin was a outstanding young man. Is an outstanding young man. He had an infectious personality, a unbelievable smile. Every day he brought an energy and exuberance about him to practice, to school, and everything that he did. I just recently talked to our team on Friday about living life to 100% in everything that you did, and I can truly say that Devin did that on a daily basis. I was talking with Chachi Sullivan, who's our defensive coordinator, earlier today, and we were talking about how when we scored touchdowns here when I first got here, guys just kind of handed the ball to the officials and gave each other a high five, and off we went. And Devin was the first one that kind of took it to another level. Somebody else would score, and he'd be running down the field from 50 yards, waving. Oops, sorry about that. Waving his arms everywhere, and he was excited for them as if he had scored. And he comes from a great family. His mother is a wonderful lady, you know, and we give obviously our condolences to him and to her and the rest of the Chandler family as they go through this. And we're going to be okay here. We've got a game to play this Friday, and our team will be ready to go. But we just want to remember Devin at this time as a outstanding young man.
Hey, Coach, can you talk to how the seniors are feeling? Because the seniors would have played with him.
Yeah, and you know, they were freshmen at the time, most of them. I think Tad maybe was the only one who actually played on the field at the same time as him. Some of our seniors this year may have quartered or got brought up for the playoffs. And so today was a PSAT testing day. So I didn't see all of them during the day, and I saw some of them during third block and fourth block. And you know, I think they're doing okay, but it's how well can you be doing? And that's what I tell them. We're all going to grieve in our own way and in our own pace. And you know, kids are resilient, to say the least, far more resilient than I think we as adults are in a lot of ways. And so they seem to be doing okay. Hopefully they'll stay that way.
He played his senior year here. How well did you get to know him in the 1 year?
Great. It's, you know, one of the nice things about, I think, what we do here in our program is the player development, but also the interactions that we have and the relationships that we build here. I think that's one of the strengths that we have. And he truthfully, he was a highly recruited athlete. So dealing with him and his family on where he wanted to go to school and the college choices that he was going to make, we got to have a lot of in-depth conversations about what was important to him and what he was looking for in a school and how far he wanted to be and what was important to the family and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, he's one of those young men who he makes you feel important when you're talking to him. It's, you know, and that's a unique characteristic for a young person. And I think it's unique for anybody. That when you have a conversation with him, it's not always just about them. Even though you're talking about him, he makes you feel like that you're an important person in what he's doing. And so because he's that way, you feel close to him.
Coach, what was your initial reaction to the news when you heard it?
Shocked. Utterly shocked. I didn't even know it happened. I got called. One of my assistants called me and said, "Hey, have you heard the news?" I said, "Nope, just got here." And I don't know, it was like 7:30 in the morning. And he told me, and it's I hate to say you expect our older generation to go and you kind of prepare for it a little bit, but when it's somebody young as Devin is, with as much as he had to look forward to in life, it's shocking and it hurts. It hurts you and you're saddened because of it.
You shared some of your memories of him as an athlete. What stands out about the human that you had a chance to get to know?
Just his personality. It really was the moment we first met him, and there's a backstory how he got to Hough from all the way out in Tennessee and some unfortunate things that happened in his life and he got here. But the first time you meet him, the smile that he has, he cared about people. Tad tells a story about when Darius Ocean, our starting quarterback that year, went down with an ankle and Tad had to go. The first person to call him was Darius, or was Devin. And that just shows you what kind of person he is. And again, I think that's his family. That's who he was. From what I understand, that's how his father was. I know that's how his mom was, and I got to know her fairly well. They actually lived down the street from me when they moved here, and she's an outstanding lady, and I feel terrible.
Coach, with the game on Friday, do you have any plans to honor Devin, or is there anything planned right now?
Yeah, I think we got a little helmet decal kind of in the works right now. We're finalizing what it's going to look like, and we're gonna put that on the back of our helmets. And if we're at a home game, maybe we can do a little bit more, but we got to go up to East Forsyth, and so it's a little harder to do something when you're going on the road.
Can you give a little bit of the backstory on how he wound up in Charlotte from Tennessee, and do his parents still live here?
Well, because of the backstory, I don't know how much of it I can or want to go into, but it was unfortunate, and he moved here to be with some other family and his mom, and so and it's nothing bad. But
So his mom was already here?
Yeah, no, his mom moved here with him. So
Can you talk about what it was like to get a player of his caliber showing up on senior year?
it's great. It's great, but you know what? At the end of the day, for us here, it's not about the caliber of player they are. It's about the human being they are. And again, he was a fantastic human being, and he fit in here. He was a great student. He was well liked. He walked around. He walked down the hall. Kids were around him all the time because he was just that type of kid. He drew young people towards him. He was going to be a leader in whatever he chose to do, in whatever field he wanted to work in. And unfortunately, the world lost a good one.